Chapter 17, The Distance Between Us. Distance is a strange thing. Sometimes it can be measured in miles. Sometimes in hours. Sometimes in unanswered phone calls. But the most dangerous distance cannot be measured at all. It grows silently between two people who still love each other. Two people who still care. Two people who still believe everything is fine. Until one day they realize they are standing on opposite sides of a divide neither remembers creating. That was the distance slowly forming between Amelia and Ethan. And neither fully understood how serious it had become. 2 weeks after the family dinner, Sinclair Corporation entered its busiest quarter in company history. The international expansion was moving forward. Investors demanded constant updates. Media attention intensified. Every department seemed to have a crisis. And every crisis somehow landed on Ethan's desk. His schedule became brutal. 18-hour days. Weekend meetings. Emergency conference calls. International travel. The company consumed him completely. Again. The difference this time was simple. Amelia had stopped complaining. Stopped asking him to slow down. Stopped asking him to come home earlier. Stopped asking for more time together. At first, Ethan thought this was a good thing. Less guilt. Less pressure. Less conflict. Then he began noticing something. The silence felt worse. Much worse. One evening, Ethan arrived home shortly after midnight. The penthouse was quiet. He expected to find Amelia asleep. Instead, he found her sitting in her office. Working? The sight surprised him. Lately, she spent more time on her own projects, more time reviewing the startup ideas she had abandoned years ago. More time building something that belonged solely to her. Something independent. Something separate from Sinclair Corporation. Something separate from him. You should be sleeping. Amelia glanced up. So should you? The familiar response. The familiar smile. Yet something felt different. Distant. Not cold. Not angry. Just distant. Ethan hated it. The following morning, Ethan's calendar contained back-to-back meetings. As usual. Vanessa handed him his schedule. You're overbooked. Again? Ethan groaned. Again. She hesitated. Then added carefully, Mrs. Sinclair called earlier. Ethan immediately looked up. Is everything okay? Vanessa nodded. She just wanted to know whether you'd be home for dinner. A strange expression crossed Ethan's face. What did you tell her? The truth. Which was? Vanessa looked apologetic. Probably not, Ethan sighed heavily. Something about the conversation bothered him. Not because of Vanessa. Because Amelia had stopped calling him directly. She used to call. Used to text. Used to tease him about his schedule. Now she often didn't. As if she already knew the answer. As if she had stopped expecting anything different. That evening, Amelia sat alone at a small restaurant. A reservation for two. A tradition she stubbornly refused to abandon. Her phone rested beside her plate. No messages. No calls. Nothing. She already knew Ethan wasn't coming. Yet she had shown up anyway. Because hope is difficult to kill. Even when disappointment becomes routine. Around her, couples laughed together. Shared meals. Shared stories. Shared moments, the simple things. The things she missed most. Not luxury. Not wealth. Not status. Time? She missed time. Across the city, Ethan was trapped in an investor meeting. One that should have ended hours ago. One that seemed determined to last forever. Halfway through the presentation, his phone vibrated. A notification. He glanced at the screen. A photograph. Amelia. Posted by the restaurant's social media account. One of the staff had recognized her. The caption was simple. A wonderful evening with Mrs. Sinclair. Except Amelia was sitting alone. The empty chair across from her was clearly visible. Ethan stared at the image. Something twisted painfully inside his chest. Because photographs don't lie. And that image revealed something he had been trying not to see. His wife was becoming accustomed to being alone. When he finally arrived home, it was nearly 1 in the morning. Amelia was already asleep. A book rested beside her. A lamp remained on. As if she had waited. Then eventually given up. Ethan sat beside the bed. Quietly? Watching her sleep. A memory surfaced unexpectedly. University. The campus lake. The day she said yes. Back then, he would have crossed continents to spend an hour with her. Now he struggled to make it home for dinner. The realization was painful. Meanwhile, Vanessa continued watching. Observing. Learning. The distance between Amelia and Ethan was becoming increasingly visible. Not because they argued. In many ways, arguments would have been better. Arguments meant people were still fighting for something. Still demanding attention. Still demanding change. Amelia wasn't doing that. She was adapting. And adaptation can be dangerous. Because eventually people stop expecting. Stop hoping. Stop asking. Vanessa recognized the signs, and for the first time, she saw a genuine opportunity. Not to break their marriage. Not yet. But to widen the distance already forming. The opportunity came during a business trip to London. A critical trip. 5 days. Multiple investors. Several international partners. Ethan was scheduled to travel with a small executive team. Including Vanessa. The evening before departure, Amelia helped him pack. A familiar ritual. Tie? Ethan accepted it. Thanks. Passport. He nodded. Got it? Laptop charger. Already packed. Amelia smiled softly. The routine felt comforting. Normal. For a few moments, they felt like themselves again. Then Ethan asked something unexpected. Are we okay, eh? The question froze her. She looked up slowly. What? We're okay, right? The vulnerability in his voice surprised her. Because Ethan rarely admitted uncertainty. Especially about them. Amelia walked closer. Then gently adjusted his tie. We're okay. The answer was truthful. Mostly. Because she still loved him. Still trusted him. Still wanted their marriage. But okay wasn't the same thing as happy. And deep down, both of them knew it. The London trip began normally. Meetings. Presentations. Negotiations. Long hours. Very little sleep. Exactly what Ethan expected. On the 3rd day, however, something happened. Not a scandal. Not an affair. Not even inappropriate. Just a photograph. A simple photograph. One captured during a corporate dinner, Ethan and Vanessa seated beside each other. Laughing. Relaxed. Comfortable. The image appeared online within hours. Business blogs shared it. Social media reposted it. And inevitably, the rumors returned. Stronger than before. Amelia saw the photograph the following morning. She stared at it for several seconds. Then set her phone down. No anger. No jealousy. No accusation. Just fatigue. Because she was tired of seeing strangers discuss her marriage. Tired of defending a relationship nobody understood. Tired of pretending the rumors didn't affect her. A knock interrupted her thoughts. The door opened. Sophia entered. Uninvited. As usual. I brought coffee, Amelia sighed. Why? Because you look like you need it. Sophia placed the coffee down, then glanced at the phone. The photograph was still visible? Immediately, her expression darkened. People are idiots. Amelia laughed softly. That's one way of putting it. Sophia sat down. Surprisingly serious. Then she said something that stayed with Amelia long after she left. You know what worries me? What? Sophia looked directly at her. The rumors don't worry me. Amelia frowned. Then what does? The fact that you're getting used to them. Silence. Because for the first time, Sophia was right. Amelia was getting used to them. Getting used to being disappointed. Getting used to being alone. Getting used to the distance. And that realization frightened her more than any rumor ever could. Thousands of miles away, Ethan stood in his hotel room staring at the city skyline. Unable to sleep. Something felt wrong, deeply wrong. He couldn't explain it. Couldn't define it. But he felt it. The distance. The silence. The growing disconnect between himself and the woman he loved. For years, he had assumed love would be enough. That as long as they loved each other, everything else would work out. Now he wasn't so sure. Because love wasn't disappearing. Not at all. If anything, he loved Amelia more than ever. The problem was simpler. He was no longer showing it. And sometimes the distance between loving someone and making them feel loved is greater than people realize. As Ethan stared out across London, he made a silent promise. When he returned home, things would change. He would make time. Prioritize Amelia. Fix the growing distance between them. Unfortunately, some promises arrived too late. And while Ethan was planning how to save his marriage, someone else was already planning how to destroy it.